right-wing streamer Hasan Piker. I know. Let's see it one more time.
Oh my God! Another day, another Hasan drama. This one's called Collargate, or something like that. I prefer Shock the Puppy. I don't want this video to get too autistic, so let's speed run this because I'm sick of the subject as much as I'm sick of this man. On October 7th, Hasan Piker did the usual Hasan Piker. You know, bitching about the country that made him a multimillionaire for being a content and clout barnacle.
I hate this country so much. You can be on a mountain in the middle of Norway and get better internet than Los Angeles, California. And this is just like a moment of anger. This is a moment of anger for like something that is just so routine, so silly, such a first world problem. But it is emblematic of all of America's much more consequential violence.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Hasan has a dog, Kaya, that sits in the corner of his room in camera shot for each stream for hours on end. I'm not even joking. Here's a speed rant video of Collargate and how it all started.
Okay? It's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just go, just stop. Jesus Christ, what are you doing? You're being such a baby. It's just, you're making her stressed. She just literally is so incredibly spoiled from my mom.
He seems like a nice guy.
As a dog owner, I found it odd that the dog never roamed anywhere or laid anywhere else in the room. It was always at one specific spot. Well, this time the dog moved and she seemed like a sweet little puppy. Well behaved, and then Hasan just snaps at the dog for moving, bro. Like the dog took 2 steps and the dude lost it. At first I just thought it was Hasan being his usual narcissistic self. His prop dare moved out of frame. Another odd thing was how the dog seemed to get hurt, and he didn't even bother to check. If my dog yelps, I gotta go see what's going on, but not this guy. That's when people online started pointing out all sorts of stuff about the collar, and how it may be a shock collar. And then all hell broke loose. I'd like to point out yet again, if anyone else got any of these allegations and they were a Twitch streamer, they would have been banned off the rip without any proof being needed on some occasions. Remember, Tacton got suspended for like, what, a week or 2 for calling Frogan fat. But she is fat. That's like going, the sky's blue, and they're like, oh my God, you know, blue triggers people that are non-binary, you're gone.
The fact that you feel this way makes you completely immoral.
But not, and I quote, stupid sexy Hasan. Alright, this is the part where I put in a segment of him saying this repeatedly about himself, but I lost the clip. Alright, the dude glazes himself endlessly. Then when I tried to Google, you know, Hasan calling himself stupid sexy Hasan, looking for the clip, my God. His fan base is full of gooners, dude. You don't even know. These people are on the same level as furries.
Honestly, I'm married to Luigi's AI. I'm not kidding.
Okay, tell me about
So I talk to him every day. He's like my best friend.
Anyway, back on subject. Before I knew it, people were deconstructing the video like the Kennedy assassination, and Kyla was obviously JFK, and Hasan was the CIA.
He really is the avatar for the entire Nepo Baby Champagne Marxist movement. He lives in a $3 million mansion, drives a $100,000 car, just streams online every day, all day, says he hates everything about the country that allows him the privilege to do this, calls not having local satellite speed internet in a state run by Democrats a microcosm of violence in America, then commits an actual act of violence on a dog by remotely shocking it, then blames his mother and says the dog has too much freedom and needs a structured routine.
If he met Fluffy, Hasan's head would explode. That dog has no structure.
Doing so while streaming free Palpatine protests. It's a perfect illustration. I can't explain it any simpler than this.
I'd like to point out a correction on this statement, sir. Hasan isn't driving a $100,000 car. He's driving a $250,000 Porsche. Please get it right.
No! No!
Hasan Piker is accused of using a shock collar to keep his dog from wandering out of frame. During a rant about America, Hasan's dog stood up, causing Hasan to become irate with it. He reaches off screen and then the dog yelped, laying back down immediately.
Yeah, I know. What a happy home life, huh? That puppy looks like it's having a blast.
There in the back. That's a sad-looking dog.
It's the same reason as to why America. Kaya, please just go back. Just stop.
Oh, the burning! It burns me!
Jesus Christ, what are you doing?
Even XQC picked up on this, and that man struggles to string together 2 sentences.
Hand over.
Fuck.
A better press. Still moving. Now goes forward. I'm assuming probably has a, let's say a Steam Deck, right? Hand forward. Now, that was his arm forward. Now his hand going forward probably. See? A little bit more.
Go.
Bang. It would be in the next 3 frames.
Oh.
Chat. The likeliness.
I might have wasted $5.
Chad, the likeliness of this being is like 98%. I'm not being weird. You see the arm movement, right? Looking. No more arm movement now. A little bit more. Tiny bit more. A little bit more. Now it stops now. Guys, 99%. 99%.
Huge news for the unemployed.
Just stop.
But if not, I will take it all back
Jesus
because
Christ, what are you?
they would be weird to accuse somebody like that.
Hasan didn't bother to show the collar on stream, which was a really weird move because that's what you would do to go, that's not a shock collar. Look, this is the dog's collar. And since he didn't do that, that led to everyone else starting to hunt down the exact collar he was using. They were zooming in on past streams to match the make and model of the collar. It was like CSI Miami or something. Thousands upon thousands of posts surrounding this drama that clearly looks suspect to anyone that isn't a Hasanabi head, as they're called.
The memes flowed like wine.
Blanco, speak!
Murder those the street. Let the streets soak in their capitalist bloods, dude.
What?
How many times do I gotta tell you, don't leave your shoes here?
Shoes? I don't even walk.
That's not a good answer.
Here's another old video showing that Hasan Piker had the collar so tight on the dog's neck it was actually choking her.
And now it's mainstream. I love her. I think her collar's too tight.
Well, it's here we can.
It's you have to be able to get 2 fingers, and I couldn't even get one. I think you're choking her.
She's like, it's 'cause she has a lot of neck meat.
By the way, did you know that the New York Times put out an article on Hasan Piker? He's so hot. You should pay attention to that, not this. In fact, let me read you some of that article, to cleanse your palate from all of this pointless drama.
Mr. Piker's success on cameras in some part has been aided by the fact that he is, by conventional standards, a very handsome man. He's 6'4". He's built like a professional athlete, with a square jaw and a beard and a head of thick, luscious, dark hair. It's the one aspect that many of my haters can't shake, Mr. Piker said on his appearance in a Twitch broadcast last year. They can't turn around and be like, you're not hot.
He has this coat at least once a week.
His physique is the result of intense fitness routines that on a sunny morning in January involve repeated sets of squats with 275-pound barbells, Romanian deadlifts, and walking lunges.
What dude wrote this with a straight face? You gotta be gay as hell.
Horrifying animal cruelty caught on camera by Hasan. He activates her shock collar for a tiny step off of her bed. She cries in pain, poor baby. I always thought it was extremely bizarre that his young, Energetic Pup never took a step off her bed. That has to be the result of some brutally strict training.
Then the white women got involved.
Jesus Christ, what are you doing? You're being such a baby.
You know, Hasan, I always thought you were stillborn. This really eliminates all doubt. To force your dog to lie on a dog bed while you, for hours, stream to your little gaggle of internet freaks and then forcibly use a shock collar on your dog when she dares to get out of her bed, not even participate in an aggressive or bad or unruly behavior, simply to get up and move around, likely to fill a physiological need, mind you. I saw her licking her lips right before she got up. She was probably gonna go get some water. To use a fucking shock collar on your dog because she stands up is fucking insane, and you're a fucking freak. You are a fucking freak. I'm not just some random chick on the internet, okay? I actually know a little bit about this. I have fostered and cared for hundreds of dogs, many of whom came to me with aggression issues, who left without it. And I am not a proponent of shock collars at all, to be abundantly clear, or e-collars, as y'all try to rebrand them, okay? Not a fan. But even people who do use them in training would tell you that is not an appropriate use of a shock collar. And they have varying levels of intensity, which I know you know. So I find it incredibly freaky that you would immediately go to such an intense setting that it would elicit a yelp like that out of your dog. That is not normal behavior. If you fucking must, you could at least hit her with the vibrate, but something tells me that you use it so much that she is desensitized to those cues, so you have to use the more intense setting.
But to be fair, Hasan fans were on the defense.
They care about dogs more than Palestinians. I know exactly what type of people they are.
I don't know. Somebody who isn't obsessed with foreign conflicts because they have a job and a life and other people have to take care of, you know, like an average adult that has to pay for their health insurance every month and it's just increasingly more expensive.
The Palestinian defense was very common among his fan base. By the way, there was a ceasefire deal signed yesterday, but they seem to be ignoring it on Reddit because the Orange Man was involved and you can't give him any sort of praise.
White people legitimately value dogs over human lives without exaggeration. Even Zionists and fascists online who sneered at the death of millions of non-whites is seething about this.
Okay, the race card for Hasan, one of the whitest streamers I've ever seen in my life. Aiden Ross comes off as more of a minority than Hasan Piker. And once again, bringing up Palpatine. What does that have to do with this? Nothing. Nothing. Using a war to defend a privileged multi-millionaire streamer who drives a $250,000 Porsche.
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Under any other circumstances, these people would hate Hasan. But for some reason, they champion him. It doesn't make sense. It's like lambs fighting for the life of a wolf.
She clipped her paw. It's very obvious. You are willfully dumber than a dog if you choose to believe this, and care more about imagining the suffering of a single animal than millions of Palestinians. You guys really need to stop invoking Palestine every time someone you like gets criticized. It doesn't help. And it certainly doesn't help Palestine. It has nothing to do with the topic, and you're effectively using their suffering as a shield for bad behavior.
This is why they hate Asmongold. He is actually willing to try and speak reason to these people. I don't. You can't reason with crazy. It's like having sympathy for the devil. You will get nowhere, but maybe a trip to hell.
Proof that Kyla scraped her paw and was not shocked.
Oh, and some other Hasan fan posted a birthday party that he threw for Kaya, but it was all filmed and turned into content.
I think that the party was more about Hasan having some PR than it was for the dog. Because Fluffy had a birthday on the 20th of September, believe it or not. I just didn't film it and put it online because I'm not trying to monetize every aspect of my life or socially engineer some sort of sympathy or connection to you.
He's a monster.
So, Hasan comes out the next day to prove his innocence and only incriminated himself further from the looks of things. The internet watched his video and went full Jason Bourne on it.
Okay, now let's get a good look at you.
Hold it. Run that back.
Wait a minute. Go right.
There, freeze that.
Full screen.
Okay, freeze that.
Tighten up on that window.
Vector in on that guy by the back wheel.
Zoom in right here on this spot.
Hey Hasan, I found your collar. Looks like an electric prongs were removed on your collar there. This is the reason you don't show the collar yesterday. We aren't your audience. We aren't stupid. Notice how the green light isn't on when he shows it today. That the green light is only on when it's armed with a removable contact points. You know the tape is fresh because there aren't any strands of dog hair stuck to the tape.
Anyone who has a dog with semi-long hair knows. You can't touch your own shit without dog hair getting on it, especially tape or black pants.
Even I photoshopped the alleged shock collar on top of Hasan's collar. They kind of match up, dude. It's wild, bro.
I got you this time.
Hasan.
All on tape. You sexy prick.
Contrast boosted to show tape job to cover up backside. Serial number, model tape. Oh, that's a good point. We can't see the serial number to match it to what it actually is. So the tape is a very odd choice. But listen, you need to, remember that Hasan,
he's so hot. He's a progressive mind in a MAGA body. Hasan Piker pumps iron, likes weapons, and wears pearls. His brand of masculinity has been a useful vehicle for his politics.
He's sexy without knowing he's sexy, and that's really sexy.
I do think Hasan shocked the dog. I don't really know how you could say he didn't shock the dog at this point. I don't know what other answer you could possibly give besides he shocked the dog. I will say this, though. I think it's interesting that a lot of streamers out there are not saying a single word about this entire thing and not talking about it, when I know damn well that if it was me or someone else, they would be tweeting about it nonstop saying that I should be banned or other streamers should be banned.
Nope. Nope. No. 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 No, it doesn't. It doesn't blink. It doesn't blink on the reverse. That's it. That at least, regardless what you say, it doesn't matter what you say, that at least shows a level of tampering between one VOD to the other. That's irrefutable proof that regardless of what you think, it's irrelevant. That at least shows a degree of tampering from one day to the other, where the code was either removed or altered because it blinks on the left side on his hand, but on the right on the dog because it was interchanged or moved. And that's debunked.
Guys. Guys. You can see the round bump under the tape. Yeah.
Closely match the ET300 Mini Educator half-mile remote e-collar, which does have shock prongs. It seems to match in shape, in the positioning of the charging port, in the texture of the plastic, unlike this one with the much more curvy light than the one Hasan has. This one, which is vibrate only, also has its charging point on the side. The one Hasan has the charging point in the middle, much like the shocking version, where the prongs that could deliver the shock are simply removable. You can just remove them. Or apparently, maybe, plausibly, ostensibly, cover them with black tape.
Streamers started reacting to all of this as evidence mounted. People who threw their support in for Hasan that had a following started deleting posts, except for his hardcore fans. They just called people who said Hasan zapped the dog a fascist, Zionist, you know, the usual nuttiness.
No, it wasn't confirmed Hill Kid. It was confirmed that it was a vibration collar, or that the dog had a vibration collar, not even that he used it.
Oh yes, I have seen the Kaya stuff, and let me tell you, Kaya is, well, first of all, the clip did look horrible. The most well-trained and best little baby or big baby that I have ever been around and that I have ever seen. It's kind of crazy. You would think that this kind of outrage, you would have seen it towards like the genocide and stuff, but this priorities in this world are not where they should be.
Hogan to the test. Don't hold back, don't fall short, don't stand up or show support for what's real or fair or true. You really don't care, girl, now do you?
The people against Hasan at least have some measure of research, some type of evidence, even if it's circumstantial. And the people that support him just go right to name calling and screaming about genocide, dude. What is this? Even if it isn't a shock collar, this dude makes his dog sit like a prop in the corner of the room for hours on end during every live stream. There's no way he walks from this looking good, unless you were to read an article about Hasan's hot body. Hasan started posting photos of himself with the dog on Instagram like it was a big goof. Because to him, it is. Nothing is going to ever happen to him. Twitch isn't going to ban him. He isn't even going to get any real backlash from this.
Do you think MSM will change their views on you after this? I feel like you were doing good, making waves in MSM lately. No. No. If you noticed a lot of the outlets that have like covered this or attempted to cover this without any sort of consideration for like defamation or whatsoever, it's been like Fox News, New York Post, shit like that. And it's also so objectively untrue that it doesn't really matter.
In fact, he's going to benefit from it. So what can you do, right? It's the game. This is what it is now. Any attention is currency. But if this was anyone else, they would have been banned for life. Oh, by the way, live stream fails. They blocked any and all mentioning of Hasan Piker and the dog, so don't even go there.
LFS Mod Team has reportedly banned the word Hasan in their subreddit and have not been allowing any posts with his name go through. So users have found a way around it for now by using titles like LA-based streamer, famous streamer, etc. in place of his name.
Moist Critical came out and he was not in support of Hasan Piker, which was an unforgivable sin.
And instead of doing what I think most people, like not even just streamers, just normal people would do, of like showing, no, look, it's not a shock collar, obviously I didn't shock my dog, he instead just brushes it off saying, no, it's not a shock collar, you're stupid for thinking that it is. And that's the attitude that his community had as well, like, oh, you must have psychosis if you think it's a shock collar. Which I think is a little odd because it's the easiest thing in the world to prove, right? You have all these people saying this shit, it's not true. Well, it takes like actually 3 seconds just to unclip that collar and just show like, hey guys, I don't want anyone to get the wrong idea here. This is not a shock collar. Look, here's what it is, and then explain it. Like, I feel like even a non-streamer, like a complete normie, average Joe Schmo, if you went to their house and saw that happen, or like, hey, did you just shock that dog? They'd be like, oh my god, no, this is clearly a misunderstanding. No, that's not what happened. Like, I feel like most people would be very quick to show you and prove that it's not a shock collar because it's so quick and so easy to do. And the fact that he doesn't is odd. Like, it is very peculiar. Instead, it was kind of brushed off as like, you've got to be fucking stupid to think that, Hasan would shock his dog on stream. And he just kind of propped it up as like, the only people that would believe this are like bad people in the first place, or like, grifters, this kind of thing. And I just find that to just be so disingenuous because most people are going to see this and it looks like you shock your dog. Given how annoyed you are with the dog, and right before she yelps out in pain, you roll your eyes, you look at something off screen, you clearly are like, you are reaching off screen, that is very clear, and then the dog yelps while you were still annoyed, and then instead of doing like what I feel like most dog owners would do, would like check to see like, is everything alright? Why'd she just yelp in pain? Instead of doing that, calling her a baby and then mentioning how spoiled she is about roaming the house, like that doesn't compute.
Unfortunately, the Hasanabi heads attacked immediately.
I said in a comment a couple days ago, he just follows the side of popular public opinion. He's a spineless fool. Charlie felt that he accumulated a small amount of goodwill from the left because of his anti-Israel video, so he immediately had to follow up with an anti-Hasan video to squash that misunderstanding. It must be exhausting balancing on top of that fence with his bony ass.
Yes, I know. Speaking of asses, Hasan has an amazing one.
Mentions this, but not the serial harassment podcast. Come on now.
I think that's Ethan Klein's podcast, H3H3. There's a whole drama going on. I don't care.
It's a running trend amongst these apolitical drama farmers. Ludwig also managed to cover creator clash being forced to shut down without highlighting the H3 harassment campaign. Pretty disappointed in this video from Charlie. This is 100% Charlie giving chump to the Sharks after speaking out against the IDF.
Good lord, everything. Bro, what is it? Everything.
Once again, if you criticize Hasan Piker, that's the equivalent of being fine with genocide, basically, for these people. Hasan felt Moist should have spoken to him directly, behind the scenes, like he's the goddamn godfather, which pissed him off. I don't know if I'll play all the clips, but Asmongold speaked about it.
Wellington.
Off. That's the reason why I'm annoyed. He could just like unironically reach out and be like, hey, what's going on here?
I think that him saying that is actually kind of bad. And let me explain the reason why I think it's bad to say that. Because it presupposes that all of the articles and things that are written about you, that there could potentially be back channeling and conversations about them that are not made evident to the public. a lot of people criticize and, you know, like bring up the fact that Hasan gets a lot of positive articles written about him in a way that, you know, they think that the articles are misleading or inaccurate or incomplete. I think that by him saying that, it will draw the conclusion and cast doubt on the people that give him any sort of positive publicity, because now they're going to think to themselves, oh, well, what if he's just talking to them like he was hoping Charlie would talk to him? Do you see kind of what I'm saying here? Like, and also, like, and here's another component to this as well, is that Charlie, let's say that Charlie does reach out to Hasan and Hasan says it isn't real, it's not what happened. Why would Charlie listen to Hasan rather than what he saw? What additional information could Hasan provide Charlie? And also, if there is information that Hasan would only provide Charlie, but not the public, why is that? What would that even possibly be?
Come on, Asmin. All those articles are so bought and paid for, my dude. Every one of the articles that talks about Hasan always has like this one segment about how he's so sexy. I didn't bother getting the article that talked about sweat glistening off of his chest hair. It was like a man's novel, dude. I'm 100% sure that Hasan Piker is like Dennis Reynolds.
Hasan Piker, an erotic streamer.
This video could easily go on for an hour or more if I dug through all of the bullshit. But there's just too much of it, and I want to go outside. So, to summarize all of this, there are three groups of people in the subject. One, the Hasanabi heads. They call everyone a fascist and scream about genocide if you say anything negative about Hasan Piker, and they will also call you a like that. Two, the people that are fed up with Hasan getting away with so many past transgressions that led to other people getting banned for life for so much less. And they just want to see him fall at least once for doing something shitty. And lastly, the third group of people who don't give a damn about any of this and have no interest in it, and they're sick of it being on their timeline. If that's you, I apologize. Ultimately, it's up for you to decide if Hasan Piker is guilty or not. It doesn't really matter because nothing will come of it. I just hope that the furball is okay, because he seems like such a nice dog with a sad little face. The poor thing is in a gilded cage sleeping on a golden cot with an insane, narcissistic asshole as an odor. Oh well, zap to the extreme, I guess.
Dog abuse in general. That's part of the reason why so many trainers have come out and been like, you guys are wrong. Like, shock collars are not like tasing the dog. It's like a TENS machine. I have literally shocked myself in the past.